Should you go to a fall game during the college season, and can it help you get recruited even without an invitation? I'm the college soccer guy. I help you play college soccer. The bottom line is, if you go to a game without an invitation, the college coaches will be happy about it. Now, better yet, you get what's called an invitation, which means they already like you. They want to have you on campus. Maybe it's an official visit, and they want to have you during the fall season. So in order for that to happen, to have you during the fall season, they need to know who you are beforehand. But let's say they don't really know, or you've been talking to them quite a bit. Here's a question you can ask them to maybe force a visit. And here's the analogy I'm going to give you. Let's say you want a job and it's all the way in New York and you live in California, and you say to them, hey boss, I would love to buy you lunch. I'm going to be in town. Could I buy you lunch tomorrow or next week? Because I'm going to be in town. They'll probably go, sure, he's in town anyways. I'll take a free lunch and we'll have a meeting. Now, no matter what, have a meeting with that employer. Similar in college soccer, if you say, thinking about coming to a game in the fall, would I be able to say hi? They'll go, oh, they're going to be here for the fall season. May as well say hello. If instead you phrase it as, hey, do you think I should come to a game? Or if you said to the employer, hey, I'm thinking of flying to New York, like, would you meet with me? They're like, oh, you don't have to fly all the way out here. Or the coach will go, you don't have to do that. And then you don't do it. That's not what you want. That's not how you force the issue. You want to be the proactive one. So you want to make their life easier. So you want to basically say, I'm going to be there anyways. Could I shake your hand? These are specifically for your top schools that are also realistic. So this is just my theory. What if I'm wrong? Let's find out from a college soccer coach to see if they think I'm right about such a concept. So then let's say this. Let's say it's the fall season is coming up, and somebody sends you an email kind of like the following. I'm thinking about coming to a fall game this year. Would you see that as a positive? Like, oh my gosh, you're willing to come to a game? Or would you see that as like, I don't really know why you would want to do that. What would you say to an email like that?
No, 100%. I would appreciate them coming out and making an effort to come to a game. I had that happen a couple times last fall where we turned it into, like, they said they were coming, saw their highlights. We turned it into a visit, like an unofficial visit for them.
Did you hear that? They saw the highlights. The player said, hey, we're going to be at the game anyways. And she said, let's make a visit out of it. Unofficial just basically means that they weren't going to sleep over and pay for their flight, but it doesn't matter. Especially once you're going to the team. You're not fighting over $200 in an airplane to go play for a college soccer team where you're going to have to be anticipating paying some amount of money to go to college. You want them to like you. You can't put a value on the experience you're going to have in college. So she's going, they emailed me that they were going to be at the game. We turned it into a visit. So we gave them a tour. We had them meet the players. Now that player could actually get an offer. And more importantly, you as a student could decide, do I actually want to go to this school?
And then that obviously gives us the opportunity to kind of meet and chat with them a little bit about our program.
That's huge. That's
at the end of the day, we would want them, if they don't play soccer, we want them to have a good experience at Wingate.
And this is how you're supposed to decide, hey, if I got injured at this school, would I still like it anyways? And she's saying, look, if they come to a visit and they end up not liking us, our soccer team, or maybe we don't like them as a soccer player, we still want them to come to Wingate. Obviously, there's a financial incentive to that because they pay tuition. But she's also saying, look, I love Wingate. I love the environment here. I hope that you as a girls soccer player, boys soccer player, come to Wingate and enjoy what Wingate has to offer separate from soccer. Now, you as my audience, we're going to play college soccer. We're not going to a school without playing college soccer. So you're thinking that's a lovely concept. And thank you, Miss Coach Katie. But like, I'm here to play college soccer kind of no matter what. That's my audience. So, but she's a lovely human, as you can hopefully tell through this podcast. And if you ever email her, make sure you say, hey, I saw you on the podcast. It doesn't have to be my podcast, but just mention, I've watched your video. She will be impressed. She'll be like, oh, you know who I am. And she's a lovely human. And sometimes it's hard to find a lovely coach. If you want more help playing college soccer, give me a call. Links in the bio, and I will talk soon.